Hello everyone, welcome to DevOps and AWS series. In previous videos, we understood what is DevOps, what is traditional waterfall methodology, agile methodology, and the benefits of DevOps in agile methodologies. In this video, we will discuss who can become a DevOps engineer, what are the prerequisites to learn DevOps, and what tools we are going to learn as part of this DevOps series. Coming to the first question, who can become a DevOps engineer? The answer is very simple. Anyone can become a DevOps engineer. Those who are looking for a job, those who are trying for a better job, those who are trying for a better future, anyone can learn DevOps. And those who are already working as a server administrators, Linux administrators, who are all doing manual deployments, for them, DevOps is an added advantage because the future is going to be automated. None of the things we are going to do manually. Everything has to be automated. As DevOps is an automation process, those who are working on manual processes, for them, DevOps helps a lot. Next, coming to the prerequisites. You should be aware of Windows and Linux operating systems. In local, we may use Windows or MacBooks, but on real-time servers, we have to be aware of Linux because all the tools, whatever we are going to work as part of this DevOps, has to be configured on Linux. We no need to be Linux administrators. We have to know at least some basic Linux commands. Most of us are already familiar with Windows, but few of us are not familiar with Linux. You no need to worry. I'll explain you Linux. We will learn more than what we require. And the next question is, what tools we should learn to become a DevOps engineer? This is one of the toughest questions because DevOps is a process. It is not a single tool. To implement a basic DevOps, it's enough to learn 3 to 4 tools. But based on requirement, we may need to work with so many tools and integrate in our DevOps process. So in DevOps, there is no any limit that I have to learn these many tools, those many tools. It is not like that. Based on the requirement, we have to keep learning the tools. As I said, for a basic DevOps flow, it is enough to learn 3 to 4 tools. Now, let me explain you what tools we are going to discuss as part of our DevOps series. We are going to discuss about Windows and Linux operating systems. All tools what we learn as part of DevOps, we will try to configure them on both Windows and Linux machines and try to work with them. Next, coming to scripting languages, we are going to learn both shell scripting and Python. Initially, I will be focusing more on shell scripting. And in future, we will learn Python as well. Regarding version controlling system, I'll be discussing about Git. And for source code management, I'll be discussing about GitHub. Coming to build tools, we will learn Ant, Maven, and Gradle. Ant is very outdated. I will focus very less on Ant, but I'll concentrate more on Maven and Gradle. And we are going to learn SonarQube, which is one of the popular code quality analysis tool. Coming to the most important topic, that is continuous integration tools. We are going to learn Jenkins. Jenkins is a huge topic. In Jenkins, I'm going to discuss a lot like installations, creating freestyle jobs, Maven style of jobs, pipeline jobs, master slave configuration, adding plugins, administrations, user authorization strategies, sending email notifications, sending Slack notifications. Like this, a lot we are going to discuss. And as part of external Artifactory repositories, we are going to discuss Nexus and JFrog, and we are going to discuss Tomcat and Wildfly, which are application servers. These are the basics DevOps tools. Coming to the advanced things, we are going to discuss Docker, which is a containerization tool, and Kubernetes, which is a container orchestration tool, and configuration management tools like Ansible. And for monitoring, we are going to learn Prometheus and Nagios. For application monitoring, we are going to learn New Relic. So these are the contents we are going to discuss as part of our initial course. In this period, if any new features are going to be added in these tools, I will discuss those as well. And in future, if we are going to get any updated tools, even I'll discuss that as well. And this is the initial course content, what we are going to discuss as of now. In future, it will be updated with the latest topics. That's it for this session. In next session, we will start our first DevOps tools, that is Git and GitHub.